All right, that's good. Guest, would you mind turning the microphone back to the correct setting as I welcome everybody? Welcome to You're Gonna Love This, the podcast where I, the host, me, Adam Moshcatel, attempts to write the perfect song for my guest every week. This week, I have with me a good friend, a comedian, an actor, a working actor, somebody who can say he's an actor and point to things on a resume that prove it, which is rare in this town. And he's here for a very special episode that you may have heard foreshadowed a little bit during that song, and is probably going to be in the title, so it's heavily hinted to you what's been happening here.
Yep. It is the birthday. It's first of all, it's Earth Day.
Yes, yeah, Earth Day.
There are also some very big birthdays.
One in particular
April
I can
20th.
think of. Yeah, it's April 20th, guys, when we're recording.
I believe it's Bob Marley.
Bob Marley? Yeah, I think that may be apocryphal.
Is that? I think that's his birthday.
Mike Dearie's here.
I know Hitler is also 420.
Hitler is 420. Hi, Mike.
We're not celebrating that. No one's celebrating that today.
No.
That's actually not true. I'm guarantee there are people celebrating that.
Yeah.
We are not them.
We're not. No, we're celebrating something else. If you can't tell by the mellower tone of the show today, it's
George Takei.
George Takei's birthday?
Yes.
That's great.
Peter Snow, the famous British historian and journalist.
These are all things anybody could be celebrating today, but we are not. We are celebrating
E. Sedgwick.
E. Sedgwick's birthday by smoking weed. Yeah, we did it. It's exciting, guys. I'm sure guests and listeners at home are wondering what's going to happen to the songwriting process. What's going to happen to the listener as well. In this quest for a perfect song. To remind everybody at home, the ratings have slightly changed the rating system from perfect and not perfect to perfect, terrible, and somewhere in between, which is where I feel most songs lie.
It's a good rating system.
Thank you.
It's clear.
Yes, I believe it. I think it's clearer than the previous one. People seemed confused. Rectified.
Yeah.
Boom. Mike, first up, we've got a segment on this show called You're Gonna Love This, which is the name of this podcast as well, in which we discuss some music that I've been digging recently, and we've been listening to it and talking about it.
Wolfpack.
Yeah, Wolfpack. They're a hell of a band. They're these four dudes out of the Midwest who decided to form like a Motown rhythm section, like last year. And they're amazing. Yeah.
They kind of remind me of like a college band that I went to college with.
Yeah?
Yeah. Which it's just people in a room with a bunch of like instruments and tools.
And they're very they're not. What I like about it is a lot of my favorite music is made by like not pretty people. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like most music today, like they only let pretty people get exposure. Here's a band full of, I'm not saying they're ugly guys, but they're not pretty people, you know?
Yeah.
It's like Journey, Kansas, Electric Light Orchestra. These are bands full of people that all of their album covers are just like cool future superscapes because they would never sell if they had their faces on them.
Yeah,
so.
no. These guys are like, they look aggressively normal.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
And they inspired that intro song that I played today. I was using a new chord for myself. It's an 11 chord. Oh. Sounds very nice. It's very pleasant.
It's very pleasant.
It is. It's a good chord. Glad I learned it. Thank you, Jack Stratton, the guy from Wolfpack.
Woo!
This has been You're Gonna Love This, which is the name of this podcast as well. Dipping back into the normal pod. Actually, we got another segment, Mike, I was talking about earlier. 30-second songs.
30-second songs.
Yeah.
Right.
If you would like a recap for the listeners, it's just somebody gives you, we get a word, we immediately start songing. 30 seconds later, it's done.
All right.
Mike has agreed tentatively to attempt a freestyle over my guitar. We'll We'll save that for second. I'm gonna go first. You give me a word, and I will immediately start playing.
Spice.
Spice. Spice. Spice. So nice. Spice. Spice. So nice. Spice. Spice. Not on rice. Spice. Yeah.
Nice.
There you go.
Nice.
Yeah, I think that was good.
Good.
Yeah. You ready to go?
Yeah.
All right. Your word is psycho.
Psycho. I like my food. I like it when it's psycho. That's why I only eat El Pollo Loco. Go there every day and I get the chicken on the plate. Don't need no fork, don't need no knife. I eat that hands with my hands. Hey, I like my chicken crazy. Woo! I like my food a little psycho. Cool.
Yeah. All right. 30-second songs.
Yeah.
I like it.
Awesome.
I think we're gonna do this for
Pollo
now.
Loco.
El Pollo Loco. Yeah, that was solid.
Hopefully they'll send some coupons.
That's I don't have a sponsor yet on this show. I'd be very happy if El Pollo Loco wanted to do it. We're definitely tweeting at him after this episode.
This is how sponsorships work.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure every 420 episode of a podcast results in a sponsorship. That's generally where advertisers want to get in.
They need that word of mouth.
And they need that millennial stoner market, that Doritos demo,
Exactly.
That's what we're fulfilling right now.
Yeah.
I hope everybody
Wendy's would want our attention.
Hell yeah.
If El Pollo Loco. I didn't mean to threaten El Pollo Loco. I guess I did a little bit.
We need to let the heat simmer on El Pollo Loco before we start going for other brands, I think.
Yeah, I'm trying to start a bidding war too early.
That's my
problem right there.
It's all right. I'm happy to get anything going on my podcast. If any advertisers out there want to sponsor the 420 episode or any episode of my podcast, contact me at ygltpodcast@gmail.com. And really anybody. If you want me to say something, I'll probably say it during the commercial segment. Email me, new thing.
Yeah.
We've decided it.
New segment.
Yeah.
Give him money to say things.
During the commercial segment, I'll say whatever you want. If you send me an email, subject line, what's the subject line? Fucked up your podcast.
Fucked up your podcast.
Yeah. We've got Goofed Ya with my review is the original subject line in order to receive a free song if you give me a comment.
That's good.
And now Fucked Up Your Podcast. That's FUCKT up YA podcast.
Fucked up your podcast.
With 2 exclamation points at the end. If any of that is not right, I will not
ads for you.
read your ad. But if it is, everything that is written in the body of your email will be read.
It's legally binding.
Yep. Let's move on to the interview segment of the podcast. Actually, before we get into in the spirit of not really caring about what direction the podcast goes because it's the day of the 4th of 20.
Yeah.
Let's talk about The Matrix Reloaded because you were saying you wanted to talk about it.
Sucks.
It does.
It's okay. You've seen the original Matrix, right?
Of course.
Everyone's seen that movie.
Yes.
That movie's great.
Yeah.
The Matrix 2 doesn't need to exist.
No.
It never should have existed. It was, I think, shot right alongside or back to back with number 3. So there was a strain on resources, but somehow they together had a combined budget of I'm not sure of the exact numbers, but I think it was $1 billion.
Too much money.
I think together they had $1 billion budget, and they. At the time, I remember I went to the theater and I didn't realize that I could be let down by a movie at that point.
Oh.
And it was with my friend Chris, and we watched that movie, and the whole time we're just like, we're what the fucking at such a young age, way too young to have your I don't know, your passion for something shattered so early. But it was good. It was good that they let me down like that because I knew that life couldn't be all victories. It couldn't be, you know what I mean? It can't all be happy.
And if anybody at home is very confused as to why we're on this tangent, Mike watched The Matrix Reloaded earlier today. He rewatched it. He was playing some clips right before we started recording.
This movie is like ridiculous. It's so bad. It's aggressively awful. The whole premise behind it is that Neo somehow gets powers in the real world, and then
which just ruins the entire idea of what. Well, except you know, have you heard? Here we're going full 420. The like high level Matrix theory of like the whole outside world is also the Matrix.
Yeah, that there's another Matrix outside of it.
Right.
That's even more infuriating. Somehow that makes me even angrier.
That's the worst part of the whole thing. Is
Absolutely.
that yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
That frustrated me to no end. And then just so many little things that like they all do the same exact move that they did in the first movie. Like Trinity does her jump freeze kick, and Morpheus does his like super fly up in the air knee drop a couple times.
It's a good move.
It's a decent move for some situations, but when you're on the back of a semi truck, like I don't know, it makes them feel like weird WWE wrestlers now, and it's just like now like two more opponents enter the ring, and they're both invisible German brothers. Like what the fuck? Why?
Well, that has been the tangent of The Matrix Reloaded, retold by Mike Dearie.
I hope you bring more people on to talk about The Matrix Reloaded.
It's probably going to be one of the new recurring segments on the show.
It's 3 minutes about The Matrix Reloaded.
Every episode. We'll see. We'll see which continues. 30-second song's probably going to keep going. Yeah. I think, we're probably going to keep going with both.
I think people will really respond to Matrix Reloaded shit.
For sure. It's relevant today. Mike, let's talk music. What have you been listening to recently?
Kendrick Lamar's new album a lot. Yeah. It's really good.
It's very, very good.
Really good. And then, who else? A lot of that, actually. A little bit of, like, really old Eminem.
Okay.
Like, his stuff from Infinite. That was his first studio album.
All right.
What else? Chance the Rapper.
So these are all people who I think are arguably impossible to emulate in 12 minutes, or at least for me. I'm not going to do it.
Let's try. Who else have I been listening to?
If you really want me to do my Kendrick impression, I don't think anybody wants me to, but I'll do it if you need me to.
Matchbox 20.
Matchbox 20. Okay. Yeah. What brought you back to
Thomas?
What brought you back to Rob Thomas? What's like?
Matchbox 20 is never far from my mind. I'm always like only 5 or 10 minutes in either direction from thinking about them.
When did you first hear Matchbox 20?
That was one of the like very first CDs that I ever got was Yourself or Someone Like You by Matchbox 20. And I remember every song from that.
I have to tell you, I'm not a Matchbox 20 fan. Or at least I haven't been exposed to it a heavy amount.
No, me either.
Yeah? It's just always there?
Yes. I didn't ask for it.
What's like...
It's like I fell in toxic mud. Now I'm radioactive, but I can't.
So what is it about a Matchbox 20 song that even entices you at all?
That I've heard it a million times.
Okay.
That it's as comforting as the rise and fall of the sun every day.
Got it.
Yeah.
You're just like, this is back to where I'm transported.
It's here. It's primal. It helps me remember that the world exists outside of myself. That I'm not it sort of cuts through those selfish tendencies. Matchbox 20.
Wow. Okay. I didn't prescribe them that much power before, but I think you clearly draw a lot from them.
I feel like they're the U2 for like a whole generation of kids who went to summer camp in the late 90s.
Yeah. It's
something like that.
They're like Rob Thomas
Sugar
had
Ray.
And Sugar Ray. Okay. So we're talking, I think I can emulate that style. It's like a kind of, it's become adult contemporary.
Yeah.
I think that's really what their genre is now.
Yeah, even though I think that was the early 2000s.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
It wasn't like the late 90s. It was after that.
I think Matchbox 20, when was Smooth?
Right.
Because Rob Thomas, that was
I think I was in 6th grade for Smooth, which would have been 2000 and 2000 and nothing.
Yeah, 2000, 2001, somewhere in there. That song, for such a ridiculous combination of people, was gigantic when it came out.
Let's see. Smooth. Rob Thomas.
We're delving deep into phones here today. We're looking things up. We're solving the riddles that we pose. We're not just letting these questions lay low. When was Smooth by Rob Thomas released?
99.
99. Wow. Okay. I was off. I was straight up 7.
You were 7 years old?
Yeah.
Do you still remember the first time you listened to it?
I think my mom was really into Santana, so I don't remember listening to it for the first time, but I remember hearing it a lot.
Sure, part of you remembers it. Some deeply embedded part of your brain is like, I know those chords.
Yeah.
It's a good song.
It's a very good song. So that's like a more mellow vibe, which I think is good. That's good for today, I think. What is a Matchbox 20 song like about usually? What are the lyrics like digging on?
I don't even know. Like weird metaphors.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like kind of hard to understand metaphors.
Maybe not even hard to understand, but unfortunate.
Okay. Like poorly thought out, or
I want to push you around. Well, I will. Well, I will.
Okay.
I want to push you down.
That's a Matchbox 20 song?
Yeah,
Is that like a love song?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think what he's getting at is that he wants to be the one to not care about her feelings. But the way it comes out is, I wish I could hit you.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
I want to put you on the floor.
Put you on the floor.
That's
push you around.
That's some fucked up shit, Rob Thomas.
Well, I will. I want to take.
And
it
it's
for
like
granted.
a threat. It's like, and he's like, I'm going to do it. Like not just like I want to do it, but I'm going to.
Yeah.
That's a scary song. So you like you like the threatening nature of the lyrics, or just the poorly thought out. I'm trying to do something, but that I really didn't achieve it. Kind of thing.
Yeah, and then there's a couple songs with like girls not understanding him, but more like, how do I describe it?
It's
not
like,
understanding themselves when coming to him.
It's like a very like defensive projection type of song. I feel like I whenever I hear DMX talking about women, I always feel very bad for him. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like,
yes.
It's like that very like you clearly have been hurt and you're like lashing out like all the time in your lyrics.
Yeah, have you seen his like he does Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer?
Yeah,
that's incredible.
That's amazing. There's very little defensiveness about his masculinity in that song. That's just like a great. He just kills it. He just kills Rudolph.
Yeah,
it's wonderful.
Yeah, that song is just badass.
But so Matchbox 20 kind of goes in that not well thought out / kind of defensive songs about women area. What is Sugar Ray in a similar vein, or I mean, because I can only think of Sugar. That's a Sugar Ray song, right?
Oh, they're like it's more. I don't know. Here, let's put one on for a second. Sugar Ray. They have that one hit, Fly.
Yeah.
And then they have Someday.
Right.
Every morning, when it's over.
Okay.
Falls apart.
Throw one of these on.
They've got some, like, they should have been a one-hit wonder, but they signed a deal with the devil. Like, 7 other bands got sacrificed, and they were like, we're going to take all your hits.
Yeah, Mark McGrath doesn't seem that talented. He's just, like, attractive.
I wonder if they actually wrote their own songs.
I have no idea.
Because if they did, then he is kind of a genius, because they stayed relevant for way longer than they should have.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
You have to clear this music.
That's probably all we can do. All right. Good stuff.
That's probably all we can do. Yeah, pretend you guys didn't hear that.
Great. So that's Sugar Ray. So it's like kind of whatever lyrics.
Sort of, yeah. It's sort of airy platitudes about love and loss.
Great. I can hit that area pretty hit hard, I think.
Not as okay.
No, we're gonna get so many threats and copyright takedowns on this vid.
Yeah, Mark McGrath is coming after us.
Oh god. Okay. I think I'm ready to go to write your song. How does that sound? How do you feel about this segment so far? How do you think this podcast has gone?
I think it's going well.
Me too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad I checked in though. I think it's good to check in and stay.
This is a good episode.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I do one more of?
Yeah. Let's get that on tape.
This is. This sounds.
This is gonna be wonderful. All right, you're hearing all the lovely noises of a bong there, guys.
This is actually a fishbowl.
Yeah, it's a fishbowl. I have a fish, and Mike's eating a fish. He's eating one of my fish. That's what he wanted.
They were raised to be eaten.
It's true.
I'm not a monster. I'm not eating. Well, they are goldfish, but they're edible. Well, they're all edible. All right. Well, I'm eating fish. All right.
All animals are edible. That's the sound of him slurping them down. Oh, he's cooking them up in his jaw there. Letting them loose. Uh-oh. They got out. He's got to readjust. Mike, I got one question for you.
Yep.
Before you go, have you heard the song Cars by Gary Newman?
Cars, cars, cars. Cars, cars, cars. Cars, cars, cars. Cars, 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 cars. You can't park them. If they're full of chicks, you can't park them. If you got no tricks, you can't park them. If you got no cash, take your car and park it in the trash. Cars, cars, cars. Yeah, is that the one?
No. You're going to hear it 3 times in a row in my bathroom, so you're going to know it pretty soon when we come back to the next segment of You're Going to Love This. Bye. Join you. It seems rude.
It could wind up being sentient any second.
The galaxy, yeah. We're going to have to drop the galaxy talk because that did not get picked up at the start. I'm sorry. All right. Welcome back, Mike, to the 420 episode of You're Gonna Love This.
Hi. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. That one's a cover. How'd you like Cars by Gary Newman?
I like that song.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You enjoyed it 3 times?
Oh yeah. It was good.
That's good. That's good.
I don't hate it.
That's honestly,
Yeah.
that's a good reaction.
Yeah.
Also, I'm still coughing.
A lot of songs that after like 1.5 I could be like, no. But this one sort of faded into the background.
How was your time in the bathroom in general?
It was good. It was good. Yeah.
I cleaned it before you went in there, so
It looks nice.
Thank you.
I was also reading up on ESPN.
Ooh, what's the news?
The Warriors are winning. But
Surprise.
They sat out Kevin Durant because he's got a strain in his left calf.
Ooh,
Yeah, it's a precaution.
that's a good thing to do in the first round there.
Exactly.
Smart.
Yes.
Smart basketball. All right. I think I've recovered from the coffin fit there.
Okay.
I think I'm about ready to play your song. You ready to hear it?
I think so.
Okay, I'm going to take some more water.
Okay.
And as I'm doing that, I'm going to request that you, once again, move the microphone settings over now to the right one so that you are not going to be able to be heard very well. To the little heart setting. Oh, yeah. Take a trip through me, see all of the sights, dig around for treasure, report out what you find. Jaunt around inside me, take a little walk, squeeze yourself around me. Let's rock. Ooh, sugar, come on, baby, come on now, sugar, I love you, baby. Ooh, sugar, come on now, baby, come on, sugar, I love you, baby. Make plans for a vacation in me. Rent out a 4-bedroom condo in me. Move into me. Get a roommate to split the cost of me. Baby, come on, sugar, come on, baby, I love you, baby. Ooh, baby, come on, sugar, come on, I love you, baby. Move into me.
That's good.
There's your song, Mike. You want to switch that over to the normal setting?
That was great.
Thank you, Mike. I will say right off the bat, I will admit to some guitar flubs throughout the song. It was not clean on the guitar track, but it was emotional. It was honest.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
It came through.
Yeah.
Yep.
How do you think I did trying to synthesize the lyrics and feel of Matchbox 20 and Sugar Ray?
I think pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. Sugar Ray has some like acoustic stuff that's not. It's not as bluesy as that, but it was good. That's pretty close.
Cool.
Yeah.
I feel like I always get 60 to 70% of the way there with going for an artist style.
Yeah, that was probably like if you mix them together, that'd probably be like 75% of it.
Sweet.
Maybe
Yeah.
higher. That's
And then
good
throw another 25% of Adam on top of that.
There you go.
Which is okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think of the lyrics? Would you like to take a look at them?
The lyrics are really funny.
Thank you.
Yeah. I like get a roommate to split the cost of me.
That's a good one. Yeah. I think the song. I think it's gonna be called. It's either called "Move Into Me" or "Ooh Sugar." I can't tell, and those are two very different tracks to go with it.
Yeah. Probably Move Into Me.
Yeah, you like "Move Into Me"? Yeah, I like that too.
Take a trip through me.
Take a trip to me's good.
Yeah, that's good.
What do you think though?
It's just vague enough.
If you had to guess at what my intentions are with as you had to with Matchbox 20, what do you think I mean when I'm saying like take a trip through me? What do you think I want them to do?
Like go on a free trip to somewhere with you. Like you're offering them a free, like a literal free trip is the only conclusion that I can draw from this.
I will say if I'm going to be the devil's advocate for myself, not that I will say I understand what this metaphor is supposed to mean, but I do repeatedly say that the trip is going to be, in me. I think that's pretty clear. So yes. I don't know. I don't know what that means, but I don't think that means I'm taking a trip with them to somewhere. But I appreciate your optimism. I don't think that's what's happening.
No, it means something else. But that's okay.
Yeah. And then, the Ooh Sugar part. That's the song. Yeah. A little too bluesy for a Sugar Ray style, maybe.
But that's okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna throw that in there. Yeah. I've been listening to a lot of Wolfpack. They've got the funk in me right now. Exactly. I'm not gonna be able to get that out.
No. Can't shake that easily.
Mike, I'm gonna need a rating from you. The new rating system. Perfect, terrible, somewhere in between. Where do you think this one falls?
Almost perfect. Almost.
Making it.
So it'd be somewhere in between.
Yeah.
But I think I just exposed a slight flaw with the new rating system.
Hey, you know what? I'm happy.
But
I'm almost perfect is a great
caveat
on the somewhere in between. I'm looking for more. It's not like it's not like I want people to stop talking after Somewhere in Between. That's not the end-all be-all of what the song was to them.
Yeah.
That's just the category in which it goes for the ratings,
Yep.
you know? I'm happy to hear that. I'm glad I got that close.
Yeah.
Do you think was it would better guitar playing have gotten me there, or was the guitar where it needed to be? Your perfect song?
I think you would just need like a shitty band behind you.
Fair enough, man.
Yeah.
I get that. I will say, it is definitely in the future for this podcast for me to have more than just me and my guitar.
Perfect.
That is my promise to everybody. It's basically gonna just cost me money. That's what it's gonna mean.
Yeah, that's money well spent.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's gonna make everybody sound better. I think. I upgraded a little bit. The first maybe 11 episodes were recorded on a worse microphone than this one. Would it be nice if everybody had their own microphone, huh?
This is nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. That's the idea for the future.
That's the future.
I'm future tripping right now.
That's the future.
I am both future tripping and we're also I'm robo tripping. We both did a lot of robo
tripping.
I don't know. Well, I guess I shouldn't speak for you, but I left a cup of Robitussin in the bathroom for you. I don't know if you drank it, but I had mine.
I used lozenges.
Oh, okay.
So it took me 2 hours.
Oh, that seems
to eat 15 of them.
That seems like a poor ingestion method.
Yes. At no point was I tripping. Maybe like 4 minutes towards the end, and then the ones that I took at the beginning started wearing off.
Were you like doing them just one at a time?
Yeah, because if you put more than one in your mouth, you risk choking, and it's
yeah, that's fair.
Gets stuck to your cheek.
You gotta be safe.
Yeah, it makes your cheek all like sandpapery too.
It's like you want a robo trip, but like do it the responsible way.
Yeah, use lozenges.
Okay, Mike, I think that's the show. We're just ready for some plugs now. What do you want to plug?
Everyone should be watching American Gods. I'm not on that show, but it's amazing. Yeah. Veep. I'm not on that show.
It's coming out soon.
It's the first episode of the new season just dropped, which is really, really cool. What else?
Silicon Valley starting this Sunday?
Silicon Valley, not in that show either.
No.
Watch that shit for that reason.
Mm-hmm.
And then over the summer, we've got Spider-Man.
Yep.
Which is going to be hype.
That's all going to be good.
Not in that.
No.
What else is coming out? Justice League. Who knows if that'll be good? But
yeah, I'm not gonna like put any.
Definitely not in that.
None of us are in that.
None of us are in that. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I'd like to shout that out because I love those people. I don't know any of them. And
you're not in it.
Christmas is coming up in December. Shout out Santa Claus. I've never met him.
I've also heard, Mike, you do improv.
Yeah, I do.
Do you improvise?
I do improv.
Do you have any dates that people would like to be able to come see?
Yeah. Come out Friday nights at the Improv Space in Westwood.
Hell yeah.
954 Gailey Avenue in Westwood, California. Every Friday.
Boom.
$5.
Yep.
You get to see 3 hours of improv. We go up at 10 o'clock.
A lot of funny folks.
It's really funny.
Yeah.
It's funny.
It is.
We promise.
They do.
I promise.
It's a lot of fun. Go see Mike. If you want to see me do improv, you can go to facebook.com/dadjokes for my team, Dad Jokes. It's actually facebook.com/dadjokescomedy.
There you go.
Sorry. If you were typing it and you pressed it and you were like, this is the page for the like 6 million people like just dad jokes on Facebook, and you're upset and hurt and scared. I hope that in the time span since then you're like you've recovered because I already told you what the other URL is.
Yep. Oh, and also Game of Thrones.
Yeah, Game of Thrones is coming back. You're not
back
in that.
in May.
Yeah,
I am in that.
You are in that. Who do you play?
I'm a Cliff.
Okay.
I did a motion capture.
Word.
Yeah.
Like a pretty big pivotal cliff scene.
I won a contest, and nice. I got to be one inanimate object.
Where did you capture this? Where was the studio?
The studio was in Belfast.
Belfast,
yes,
really?
They flew me out to Belfast.
Wow.
I stayed there for 6 weeks.
Did you tell them you live in Los Angeles? Like, if you have a studio here, I can shoot it there?
No, they flew me out. Everything is just filmed there, I guess.
Okay, they just do all of their studio
Well,
work. And film it.
I had to be on set with the actors. 'Cause
Oh.
I'm like the edge of the cliff, so they would like be walking up to me, and I can't tell you what scene it is because that's a spoiler alert.
And
but
did you just kind of have like a green screen behind you, or
I was green screen.
you were the okay? That sounds amazing. I'm excited for that.
It was very cool. 6 weeks. It was rough, but yeah, keep an eye out for me.
Hell yeah.
In a very specific scene with a very specific character, if you know who I'm talking about.
I think I do. I see. He winked at me, and then he touched his right elbow, the tip of his right elbow.
Correct.
And for fans of the show, more fans of the books, I think, will understand that. But think about that, and you'll understand what character Mike is referencing.
You'll understand.
Yeah. That's plugs. Mike, I think we're about done with the show.
It's been fun.
It has. I'm gonna do an outro song for us. How does that sound?
Sounds good.
Yeah. If you wanna join in on it, feel free.
On the outro song.
Well, let me start playing so you know what key we're in.
Outro song.
All right, so that's the intro song to the outro song. Da, 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 It's the end of the show. You all should go. I don't know how many more of you are listening. Probably not a lot. Probably nobody. None. Probably none. Maybe one. Goodbye. Goodbye, one person.